Hi, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. But today I am going to be playing with the Eternal Eclipse palette again. It was something I mentioned that if you guys wanted me to maybe play with some of these darker colors, get out of my comfort zone, maybe play with some of the blues, that you guys would be interested in that. Guys, in and we're gonna play with this. Now don't expect this look to be anything fantastic or like really well blended or anything like that. I really don't play with color, especially colors this dark, so we will see how it goes. I am going to go ahead and apply this primer, and then I will zoom you guys in and we will get on with the look. I am going to start out with a pretty large blending brush, and I am going to dip into the shade Dusk, which is one of the lighter shades in the palette. And I'm just gonna set this in the crease and try to buff it out a little bit. I can't remember if in the other video I did, if I talked about it. These shadows do get quite a bit of kick up in the pan. So this is a very light shade. I'm just trying to set a foundation down for the colors to come. And for this look, I am placing it higher than I usually do. A lot of that is just because I'm trying to lay down a good foundation and give me a more working space than what I typically give myself, since I will be playing with shades I'm not super familiar with. And because I will not be able to remember what order I went in, I am going to be doing both eyes simultaneously. So once I get the shade and the opacity on my right eye the way I like it, I'm going to go ahead and do this eye as well. So it's not perfect, and I'm pretty sure the shades I'm going to use are going to end up covering the most of this shade up, and that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I had an outline and a base going in with these next shades. So now I am going to dip into Smoke, which is this shade. It's like a greenish grayish blue. I really don't know how to explain it. Ooh, it's a little bit terrifying. And we are going to, I'm going to try and control this by going in light-handed. I don't want to, I really don't want to drag this color all the way in. All right, I'm not sure how this is pulling up on camera or not. I'm struggling already, which is a lot of why I don't do these darker eyeshadows. I don't know if it's because I'm just not applying enough, but it seems to be rather patchy. I'm gonna keep working with it. This is a problem that I have, and hopefully you guys can give me some tips. Whenever I use darker shadows, like I'm trying to stay in my crease, but it is going out in order to keep this blend, this line from getting too harsh. I feel like I'm going to end up in my eyebrow. So I'm just going to trust the process here and leave it a little bit patchy for now, and go on to my next eye and do the same thing. And just try and place the color and then blend it in. Maybe with darker shades like this that are more opaque, placing and blending isn't the best technique. Maybe it's best to blend as you place. Which I'm feeling that may be the case, because with this one I didn't so much as place it and then, excuse me, and then blend it with the product on the brush. I'm just blending as I place. So maybe with darker shades that is a better technique to use. I feel like I'm not being as precise with this shade, but it is what it is. And it may have picked up a little bit in the corner. That's more because my eye, this eye gets super watery sometimes. Place a little bit more out there. So I'm gonna try and use that technique on this eye and see if we can recover some of what I've got going on over here. Rather than placing and blending, I'm just going to blend as I place. It seems to be, this is the eye I struggle with more anyways, so we'll see. That's where I'm gonna leave that. And I'm going to try and find a little bit smaller of a blending brush. This is quite a bit smaller, but we will make do. I'm gonna grab something like this, and I'm going to dunk into Lagoon, which is this dark blue. And I'm trying to be very careful on how much I pick up. And then this I'm just going to place so this color is a little bit more vibrant than the last shade we used. Alright, I'm trying to pull this shade in just a little bit more onto the lid. I'm honestly not sure what we're doing or where we're going with this. I'm just trying to see what we come up with. Alright, I'm gonna go back with the brush I had before with that smoke color, and I'm going to just try and blend over this and see what we can get come out of this. I don't want to lose that blue that we just placed. It's a little bit darker and more vibrant. This may be a me issue, but it's like, I don't know how else to show but to do this. It is super like patchy in my crease. Super like. I love my language for this one. And I have not picked up any more product. So I think these are more of me issues than like everybody issues, because they're darker colors and I am not super familiar with working with darker colors. I'm taking that original like skin tone shade and I am just going to go over the far edges, the outer portion edges a little bit. Okay. Now what I think I'm going to do, if I try to add any more colors into my crease, I think I might get super frustrated. It is a little bit patchy, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, as far as like actually getting a good blend on the shadows. So I am going to pick up Deep Sea, which is this beautiful blue, and hopefully it translates for us all. On my lid, I am going to try and use a brush first. This is the brush that I typically, make sure there's nothing on it. This is the brush I typically use for shimmer shades. And I'm going to try and, oh, it picked up a good bit. So let's see. I am just gonna put this all over the lid. Hopefully you guys can't hear the neighbor kids like playing outside. So I am going to okay guys, so I have the color placed on my lids. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with this brush and I'm gonna pick up a combination of Smoke and Lagoon, and I'm just going to go on the outer parts of the lid to see if we can get some of that definition back, and dragging it up just a little bit. Just to get that gradient, because when we placed, I found when I placed the shimmer, I lost all of the gradient work I had done in the crease. So I am just trying to pop some of that back in, bring it back to life. Brush, and I'm going to dip into Aditanium, and I'm going to lightly press that in the center of the lid. Just to bring some light back into the look. And this to me almost ends up looking like a fake halo eye. I don't know if that's gonna translate all the way on camera as it does in person. But that is definitely what it looks like to me. All right, and just to round out those edges, I'm gonna go back in slightly with the dark shade and just tap it gently on the edges. so it's not so harsh. This is an eye look where it probably would benefit me to drag a little bit of this under my eye, which I never, ever, 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 ever do. So I'm gonna grab my mascara and we're gonna put some mascara on, and then I will see if I can successfully drag some of that color underneath my eye. All right, so I'm not sure how I feel about this because it's just so out of my comfort zone. Alrighty guys, so this is the complete look. I have you guys zoomed out. You guys will have to let me know how you feel about it, how you would maybe have accomplished this look with the palette or a similar look, or if you guys have any ideas on a different look. I was really trying to focus on the dark colors and the colors outside of my comfort zone, which are going to be the colored ones. These are all pretty warm, and I don't think I would struggle like making a dark orange or dark red look, but I don't hardly ever play in colorful shadows. So you guys let me know how you feel. You guys let me know any tips or tricks that you guys have for me to maybe start getting more comfortable using these colors. I do have another palette that has a few colors in it, which is the Anastasia Riviera palette, and I will show you guys. This is pointless. Alrighty guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the look. This is how it turned out. I'm happy with it. I'm still not comfortable in eye looks like this, so I doubt I would leave the house like this. Not quite yet. Maybe if I keep playing with it and getting more practice. You guys let me know what you think of the look, where you think I could have maybe done things better. I definitely understand this is outside of my wheelhouse. I would like any advice or suggestions on how to get looks with this palette using those darker shades, because I do like the formula. I was able to work with it. Being that these are darker shades and colorful shades, there is a learning curve, and you guys saw me struggling with some of that. But let me know what you think. I am also probably going to be doing some looks with his original palette, just so people can really see. I don't think Manny MUA's brand gets all of the hype that I think it should. I think his palettes are slept on. Like I said, I don't know if I've told you guys, I got this one on sale and I just wanted to give it a try, and I'm so glad I did because I love this palette. This is like my go-to daily palette. So I'm probably going to do some looks with this palette coming up in the next week or two. If you guys have any other suggestions or makeup looks or product reviews that you guys would like me to do, just let me know. Otherwise, I hope you're having a good day, evening, or night wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.